think we have time to talk to Kaitlyn in Fort Worth. Kaitlyn, you're live with Eric and Rudy.
Hello.
Hi. What would you like to talk about?
Well, a lot. I was a Christian for years. For years after that, not for any reason, like research-wise, but for a while I just used, I'm spiritual but not religious because I don't like the rules. Never really did any looking into anything. And I met my boyfriend in August of last year. Okay. And it's funny because I thought he was a Christian because he knew a lot about the Bible. Which I come to find out that that's the thing that people tend to think that. So we start to talk, and I've told him, too, that I wouldn't have even talked to him if I knew he was atheist, which is really sad, by the way. And just flash forward to quarantine and watching, I think I've probably watched every Talk Heathen show on YouTube and probably every Atheist Experience episode. Probably not, but I watch it a lot while I work.
Wow.
And I've decided that
early
I'm
stuff.
atheist.
That's
and
cringy.
Sorry.
Oh, I said thank you for putting up with the early stuff because that's cringy. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, the whole thing I wanted to talk about today, though, is I find myself, he'll talk about a story in the Bible or whatever, and I find myself being defensive. Well, you're just not understanding the story. And I know now that I'm an atheist, and that's I think that's the sixth time I've ever used that word, and it terrifies me. I know that I'm not for that.
All right. I
got the tear.
I can totally relate to your experience, Kaitlyn, both as when I was kind of a deconverting theist and kind of as an atheist. Like at the start of it, I get the same way as your boyfriend, as far as like people assume that I'm a theist because I can quote the Bible at them like anybody else, and then I'm like, oh no, I know it, I just don't believe any of it.
Right.
But yeah. Oh shit, I lost my train of thought. Shit, what were we talking? Oh, yeah. So, I have a series of videos on my channel called Atheist Bible Reading, and those were the first videos that I ever started making for my channel. And the reason that I made them was because very shortly after I deconverted, I had spent so much time like defending those Bible stories, because in my head it's like, okay, this is the truth, it's the whole truth, it's nothing but the truth, and you can't find bad things about it. And pretty much as soon as I converted, it was like, this is full of bad things. What was I talking about? Yeah. I only didn't see them as bad things because I wasn't supposed to. And then when you look at it with a different perspective, it's like, this is so obviously all messed up. I encourage you, if what you're having trouble with is sort of like struggling with this, I keep defending something I don't even believe in anymore type of concept, read it again, and read it honestly, without the interpretation, without the mumbo jumbo. Just like read the Bible like you've never read it before. You don't have any context for the religion and stuff and how people interpret it. Just read the story straight up, and it's like, this is garbage. This is garbage.
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that, because so this is such a stupid story, but I'm sure there's people who relate. But one night he was joking with me about, let me count your ribs, and I looked at him, serious face and all, and said, wait, women don't have one more rib than a man? Like, I'm 30 years old and I believed that. Like,
right. So that right there, that's indoctrination. That right there is it being just burned into you, and it is ferocious, and it does not want to go away. When you're trained to do something, you were trained well too. You're defending the faith because a lot of people hold this idea that your ideas are who you are, and especially this gut reaction to protect your God. You're taught that. It takes a long time, and you are in no way, going about this too slow. Your journey is going to take as long as it's going to take. The only thing that I can offer as solace is that it gets easier. It gets easier over time.
Yeah.
You know, we've had people call.
I've noticed.
And
I'm sorry. I this the way.
Okay.
I was just gonna say I've noticed that like I constantly have to remind myself to think everything in life rationally. Like, okay, great, my emotional feeling about this is X, but what is the rational thought, and trying to get there. Like I find myself having to do that constantly now and relearn everything. Like it's just crazy.
Yeah. For me, that I thought that process was fun because it's like I've been living my life this way for a while now, and all of a sudden everything's different because it's like, well, maybe I should challenge my assumptions. Holy shit, I could have been wrong about that all this time. Let's see what happens. Let's see what we find out. And it's, well, to me at least, it's like fun. It's like we're learning the whole world again, you know?
Absolutely. Kaitlyn, I wish we could pick up more, but we're hitting the end of our I'm stuttering. Kaitlyn, we're hitting the end of our time. So glad that you called.
No, that's fine. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Yeah. I just wanted, one more thing. I'm sorry if that's okay. One thing I've found is that when I paraphrase the Bible, as I go back reading through it, I'm only 15 chapters in, but when I paraphrase it, I understand the actual story more. And that's where the light bulb goes off. That helps me think, more rational. But you guys are awesome, though. I'm so excited. I've been on hold for a while. I called a few weeks ago, the Atheist Experience, trying to talk to Matt too. But you guys are amazing people, Eric. You're so awesome. I love you guys.
We're so glad that you called. Thank you. And once all this stuff boils over and we can all go back to the building, I hope to see you. You're not too far away. Come say hi.
Oh, I plan on it for sure.
Good. All right. Take care, Kaitlyn.
Bye, guys.
Bye.